Your rent must be paid on the due date in full and monthly in advance. Our office has a zero tolerance policy to rent arrears. For ease of ensuring your rental payments are always on time, please adhere to our rent payment system as detailed in your lease agreement. Your lease may have special conditions attached to it where various aspects of the property may or may not be included as part of the tenancy. It's important that you read through any special conditions and understand exactly what the lease offers, what may be your responsibility, and what may not be included. Use your lease sign-up appointment to clarify these with your property manager. Periodically, we'll come and check the property to ensure it is safe and fit to live in. During these inspections, we'll require access to all areas of the property and we'll be taking digital photos of every aspect of the property. You'll be notified of an impending routine inspection in writing and we'll use our office set of keys to access the property. What we expect at an inspection: we expect to access all areas including garages and sheds. We expect that the property is being well looked after both internally and externally. We'll return if we're dissatisfied with the manner in which you are keeping the property. We will issue breaches which remain a permanent record on your tenancy and may be disclosed when giving references for you. The following are a range of cleaning products that we recommend for use where you're not familiar with what products work in different areas of the home. Please take a moment to read the product instructions before use. Bond payments are collected on or before the move-in date. Keys will not be released for a property until such a time as the bond has been paid in full. The bond is held with the RTBA, who will issue a receipt for the bond once lodged. Please note this can take up to 10 business days. Upon vacating the property, provided there are no outstanding rental or any other monies owed, and the property has been left in appropriate order in accordance with your condition report, you will have your bond returned within 10 business days of vacating. In the event that monies are owed, or the property is not left in good order, an application may be made to VCAT for full or partial bond retention. We will conduct a condition report within 48 hours of you moving into your new home. The condition report will detail every aspect of the property internally and externally and may be accompanied by a CD holding several hundred images. You are required to read through the condition report and follow the instructions on the report regarding the completion of the report. A second copy of the report will be provided in your collection pack for your records. If you require a second copy of the CD, you are welcome to burn a copy, or for a nominal fee, we are able to supply a copy for you to keep. When you collect the keys on move-in day, you will be required to sign a copy of the condition report in the office. This report will remain at the office until such time as the original with your signatures and possible amendments has been returned. It is vitally important that you take the time to complete the condition report at the commencement of your tenancy. Careful reference to the condition report at the commencement of the tenancy will assist in avoiding any issues and assist in a speedy bond return. In the event that you do not return the condition report within 3 business days, the file copy will be deemed to be a true and correct copy. The landlords have approved only those listed on the lease schedule to permanently reside at the property. Therefore, in the event that other people wish to occupy the premises, this is classified as subleasing and contravenes the Residential Tenancies Act. In the event that you have another party who wishes to permanently occupy the premises, you must contact your property manager to discuss options available to you. Fees may be incurred. Where your situation changes and you choose to break your lease, you must immediately contact your property manager to discuss. Lease break costs and procedures are detailed in your lease agreement. Have your details changed? With the ever-evolving world of communication, contact details may often change. We request that in the event that your contact details change for whatever reason, that you contact your property manager to confirm new details. If you are intending to travel for more than 7 days, please advise your property manager to ensure we are aware that you may be unavailable during this period. You may wish to nominate an emergency contact person to act on your behalf during your absence, or we will refer to your original application and your nominated emergency contact should there be an issue in your absence. At the commencement of your lease, you can collect keys from our office. Please note, company policy does not allow for keys to be released prior to the commencement date of the tenancy. Please refer to the previously advised hours of operation to ensure our office is open when you choose to collect your keys. Your bond and the first month's rent must be paid prior to the release of keys and condition report. Please note, you will be required to sign a copy of the condition report on the day you collect keys. Apartment buildings may have their own move-in procedure. We suggest that you contact the building manager of the apartment building prior to your move-in date to ensure you are aware of specific move-in procedures. All requests for maintenance must be addressed to our company in writing. Phone calls for maintenance will not be accepted unless the repair is urgent. The call will be taken, then you are required to confirm details in writing. Maintenance requests can be faxed, dropped into the office, posted or emailed to us. In accordance with your lease agreement, any damage, malfunction or problem should be reported to our office immediately. In the event that your urgent maintenance occurs after business hours, please follow our office procedure as instructed by your property manager. Please be aware if a tradesperson attends the property after hours and the repair is not deemed to be of an urgent nature, you may be responsible for the invoice or a portion thereof. Our company will always act on a problem as soon as possible. For your own information, it may take time for us to locate landlords and to obtain their authorisation to carry out the repairs, and subsequently contact tradespeople to attend. We request your patience at all times to ensure we can assist as speedily as possible, especially in the event of an urgent repair. For non-urgent repairs, you must notify your property manager in writing, advising what needs to be repaired. Please note the landlord has up to 14 days in order to action non-urgent repairs. All repairs are the landlord's or owner's responsibility, but if the tenant or resident causes the damage, the landlord may ask for reimbursement costs. Urgent repairs are burst water service, blocked or broken toilet system where there are no other toilets in the property, serious roof leak, gas leak, dangerous electrical fault, flooding or serious flood damage, serious storm or fire damage, failure or breakdown of any essential service or appliance provided by a landlord or agent for hot water, cooking, heating or laundering, failure or breakdown of the gas, electricity or water supply, any fault or damage in the premises that makes the premises unsafe or insecure, an appliance fitting or fixture that is not working properly and causes a substantial amount of water to be wasted, a serious fault in a lift or staircase. In the event that your repair is urgent and as a result of severe weather, we suggest that you contact the SES to assist, as in most instances our tradespeople are unable to attend the property where extreme weather is still an issue. Locked yourself out? Or do you want to change locks? In the event that you have locked yourself out, you are welcome to contact the office to confirm if a spare set of keys is available for your collection. Appropriate ID will be required in order to ensure keys are released to the occupant, and a deposit may be required. Outside of business hours, we would suggest that you contact the local locksmith. Should you wish to change locks during or at the commencement of your tenancy, the Residential Tenancy Act stipulates that an owner cannot withhold permission to change locks. However, the cost of changing the locks is the responsibility of the tenant. The tenant must also arrange for a set of keys to be given to the agent as soon as possible. You may need to contact your property manager prior to changing locks to ensure that current locks on the property are not registered key numbers. In this event, it may require permission from the owner's corporation to change these locks. In accordance with your tenancy agreement, pets are not allowed unless you have the written consent of the landlord or agent and you have signed pet clauses to confirm the conditions in which you are allowed to have a pet. If you are seriously considering getting a pet after taking out a lease agreement, please ensure you contact your property manager prior to doing so that the approval of the landlord is granted. Under the terms of your lease agreement, unless otherwise stipulated, the gardens front and rear of the property and nature strips are to be maintained and kept in the same condition as at the commencement of the tenancy. Regular maintenance, mowing, edging, weeding and watering of the gardens is expected at all times, except where a gardener is provided by the landlord or is otherwise specified in your lease agreement. Water restrictions cannot be used as an excuse for not watering gardens. As part of the condition report, we take photographs of the garden at the commencement of the lease. If the gardens are not being maintained during the course of the tenancy, you will be requested to remedy them immediately. If the garden is not maintained to a similar standard to the original condition at the end of your tenancy, a claim will be made against your bond. Please contact your property manager to request a list of our recommended gardeners. We appreciate people like to make their new residents feel like home and wish to hang their photographs and paintings. We insist that before any hooks are hammered into walls, that you contact your property manager so that permission can be obtained for you. Kindly note, where permission has been granted for hooks, they are to remain in the walls unless otherwise stipulated in a written agreement between all parties. If not already supplied in a property or otherwise stipulated in advertising or lease documents, TV antennas, internet and phone connections are not the obligation of the landlord to supply in a property. Permission in writing from the landlord or agent will be required to make any modifications to a property, including and not limited to the installation of TV antenna to the property at the tenant's cost. Special conditions will need to be completed and attached to the lease agreement to ensure all parties are aware of the work to be conducted, who will bear the costs and all associated maintenance costs, if any, and the procedure when the tenants vacate. This will be at the landlord's discretion. The landlord or agent must provide permission in writing prior to a tenant making any modification to the property. The number of vehicles allowed to be parked at the property is restricted to the number of car parks available. Parking on lawns, common areas and nature strips is strictly prohibited. Please ensure all tenants and visitors adhere to this policy, as any damage caused by incorrectly parked vehicles will require rectification by the tenants, or illegally parked vehicles may be towed at your expense. As light globes are a consumable item, they are the tenant's responsibility to replace. Please ensure when changing light globes that you replace the globes with industry standard globes to ensure your safety and ensure there is no damage to light fittings. Please ensure that if the light globe does not allow the cover to be reinstated to the light fitting, that you either replace the globe with a smaller one or you store the light shade to avoid damage and reinstate a smaller globe at the end of the tenancy with the light cover in place. In the majority of appliances, instructions on how to light a pilot light are detailed in the inside removable panel. When contacting your property manager in relation to a malfunctioning appliance, it is imperative that you check that the pilot light is lit. In the event that the pilot light is not on, you must make a reasonable attempt to relight the pilot light prior to requesting maintenance. It is the tenant's responsibility to insure their own contents. No theft or burglary claim can be made against the landlord's insurance, as the landlord holds building insurance. Insurance is also recommended to ensure that should you cause any accidental damage to the property, you have appropriate cover. Please contact an insurer of your choice to confirm terms and conditions. Should you wish to vacate the property at the expiration of your lease, you must give 28 days written notice. Once you have given notice to your property manager, we will write to you regarding the vacating procedure. The letter will detail your vacating date confirmation, rent owing to vacate date, and a checklist for vacate cleaning. Should your vacate date fall on a Sunday or public holiday, please contact your property manager to arrange a drop-off procedure. On your vacate date, keys must be returned to our office by 5 p.m. You will be required to sign a vacating form to confirm forwarding address details. Receipts for cleaning and fumigation must be provided in original format at this time. Where possible, the final inspection will be carried out the next business day. It is important that if you have any hard waste that requires collection from the property, that collection is booked and removed prior to your vacating date. All bookings should be made at least 2 to 3 weeks prior to your vacating date. Failure for waste to be removed from the property, including nature strips, may result in action being taken against your bond. If there has been any damage to the property during the term of your tenancy, you must ensure this is rectified prior to vacating the property, or repair costs shall be deducted from the bond. Please be aware that rent does not cease until such time as the keys are returned to our office. It is therefore essential that you return keys during business hours so that you can complete the appropriate documentation, which will ensure rental payments cease. The final inspection will be carried out at the property where possible the next business day, after you have returned all keys. Your property manager will use the ingoing condition report along with your amended comments to conduct the final inspection. Provided the property has been left in a clean and tidy manner with no damage and there are no other outstanding issues or money owing, your bond should be returned to you within 10 business days of vacating. In the event that there are outstanding issues at the property, the landlord has 10 business days to make a claim through VCAT against your bond.
On the Move is a utility connection service provider. We've been in business for well over 10 years now. We have relationships with major energy companies. What that means is when we get your application form, we give you a call, we talk to you about your electricity requirements, giving you a range of choices. We talk to you about your gas needs, also giving you a range of different options. We'll talk to you about your telecommunication requirements, broadband, internet requirements, and even Foxtel if that's something that you're interested in. We do all this in one single phone call.
Yeah, hi Simone. If you've got a quick moment, we can do that for you now.
So that when it comes time for you to move in the next couple of weeks, you can be sure all your utilities are connected and ready to go. All of this for no charge. It's all part of the service. So we really look forward to receiving your application form and really look forward to giving you a call and making your life just that little bit easier.